Hi there. I've got a delivery from Sterling Ink. Now this is my second order with them, but this was sale items, whereas the first order was full price items. And I was getting them to test them out because if anyone's watched any of my other videos, you know that I was disappointed with the Stationery grid sizes. I wanted B5, but the grid sizes were not great. Little spoiler alert about what's going to be happening soon. There. In the last order I got a big notebook like that, as well as some of these booklets that I've already started using. Spoiler alert, I'm using one for my cross-stitch projects. And I just love the sort of grid because it's the same as the Hobonichi and it lays pretty much flat. Obviously the booklets are a different setup to the actual books. So that was my whole saga with finding a B5 gridded notebook. So let's get into what we've got. Okay, so first up I ordered some of their June stickers. So I've got some lovely stickers. I think they called their series Swan Lake. But I like Sterling Ink stickers because they sent like a little freebie in the last box, and I realised that they're washi, which is what I like to use. But the beauty of Sterling Ink is they've got some little foil elements to them as well. Got some name ones there. Then full scene stickers as well. Which is rather lovely. And then some stamp ones. Like so. And then these ones are like strip ones. So they peel off in strips so you get different elements of different things. And then some scene ones, very nice, and then some more decorative elements as well. So they're all lovely and they're going to fit very much in with my June theme, because I was doing like, because I like to try and match the colour of the Hobonichi to some form of theme, and obviously this dark green is basically dark forest to me. And obviously with it being June, everything's all green and lush. Everything's just like come to life after spring. So this is pretty much what my setup looks like already. It's sort of like forestry kind of thing. Did I do my monthly? I think I did, yeah. And then my weeklies as well. So they're going to fit very nicely in with those. So nice. Oh, then we've got a freebie. I'm wondering if, last time I got, I think, February's freebies. So maybe they've changed them now, or maybe I've got more. Oh, got different ones. Nope, same ones. These are the freebies that I got last before, the same as before. So yeah. But always nice because they are nice little elements. So let's get into the books. Keep those ones in there. Okay, so I've got in basically the equivalent of this Stationery. So this is the Stationery, and then this is the Sterling Inks. So obviously the texture is different, and obviously gold embossing there. Then when you open it up, you have grid pages, and this is how the grid should be. This small, not that big. And there's literally just grid page on this. There's no schedule or anything like that. But it's my very happy replacement for the Sterling Ink. I did get one of these before. I got the Blue Mist one, which I will be using soon, and I will walk you through what I'm doing with that one. But I thought while they're on sale, I'll pick up a black one as well, because I know I will go through notebooks like no tomorrow. Not necessarily for journaling or planning, but just work as well. And then I ordered 2 more of these booklets because I really like this brown one. I'm not going to take these ones out of the packaging, but I've got the one that I ordered before, because I ordered a black one and a tan one, and I do prefer this tan one. And they're literally like you get the Traveller's inserts, but B5 size. And they're numbered pages, so they've got a little number in the corner there, which is wonderful. I mean, it's not too cumbersome to number your pages, but 9 times out of 10, if there are no numbers on the pages, I won't put numbers on the pages. But then I'm like, oh, I need to be able to quickly reference stuff without jumping back to the index colours, because it can get a little bit confusing. But anywho, I ordered 2 more of those. But now this was the main reason for me putting in an order during the sale time, was to get this, which comes in a, I'm not even sure what's on the other side. Oh, I like this box. It's going to be lovely for archiving. Let's see if it just closes. Oh, I do love it when they think of planners in packaging. But this is lovely. You've got embossed sterling ink there and a little window there to be able to see what is going on in here. So let's open it up. We've got a big art print, I think. Oh no, a calendar. A cardboard calendar. Nice to quickly reference. And then the star of the show. Get it out of the packaging. Now this is chunky. Chunky monkey. So this is the half size. I mean, you can get these ones the same thickness as these, but to me that's too much. As you can see, it is a big boy. So you can get these in that thickness as well, but it's too much for me. I like the thinness of this. But for the purpose of this one, I don't mind it being too big, because it is to replace my beloved Faded Chronicle. And not because Faded Chronicle is bad or anything. I absolutely love the Faded Chronicle notebooks, and I wish I could use it for something else. It's just, for a workbook, I need more space, hence a B5. And there's quite a bit more space. It's almost double of this basically. And I realized this is great for me writing notes down in projects and sort of keeping on top of what I'm doing and where my time's going. But I need to get better at actually planning out ahead, especially for when I'm doing sticker releases and kit releases. Spoiler alert there, things coming up. So I need to get better at the actual physical planning of things, which is where this 2025-2026 B5 vertical full year common planner comes into play, because it's basically got all the calendars, weeklies in that, but it's in an academic format, so it goes, I think, from June to July. But let's open it up and have a little flick through. So it's a soft cover, which this book's probably never going to leave my desk, apart from maybe it might have a journey out to the sofa and back, but it's not, I'm not going to like take it out and about with me. I rarely do my notebooks. The only one that's really gone out and about with me is this one, and it's because of the size and just ease of it. So and it fits perfectly in the front of my Doc Martens bag. So yeah, but there was no real reason for me to take it out and about with me, but it did end up travelling a lot more than my Hobonichi and things. So they're not really going to go very far. So we've just got a simple plain thing here. Then we've got the 2025 and 2026 calendars. to me the print is quite big. And I get that it's a B5, but this is the thing that I had the argument with studying ink, with Stationery, was they basically just blew up the grid and got it to fit the page rather than actually formatting the grid for the B5. So I feel like that's what they've basically done with the calendar, is just like, because even here it's slightly smaller. But anyway, it's not a major thing, it's just a bit clumsy in a way. Then we've got a plain grid for whatever reason. I'm guessing we could use it as a mood board or something. Then we've got like this goal breakdown for what I want to achieve someday with that particular goal, then what I want to achieve within a year, half a year, quarterly, monthly, weekly, daily. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different goals I can put there. Again, this is where my planning of work, sort of content relation stuff, is going to come into play. And then we've got a yearly tracker. Not sure what I'm going to use for that, but I like that we've got 2 lines for each day. That's quite nice. I like that. So it goes from July to June on here. Then we've got 3rd quarter breakdown, so priorities that'll be happening in July, August and September. And then another little index or calendar. So I'm going to have to work out the setup of this as well. And then the 4th quarter, so that which covers October, November and December. I like this because it breaks it down in chunks. And then the 1st quarter, which is January, February and March, but obviously with it being academic it's slightly mixed up. And then the 2nd quarter of the year, April, May and June, same layout. I'm liking this. Is it my imagination, or because I can see like the numbers through the pages very easily? I don't know if the camera's picking it up. Like to 20, 20, 21. Is it just me, or is the print very dark for Tomorrow paper? But having said that, once you start writing on these things, you don't really notice it. But it does, just because I mean you can really see the things coming through, whereas do we have something like that in Vedic Chronicle? I don't think we do. What about Hobby? Hobby. Don't think I have a blank thing to show you. Oh, actually I do, because I've got my new one here ready for July. Well, it's not ready, it's getting ready. But yeah, what I'm trying to say is, so here are the sort of like months going down there with the different dates, and obviously Hobonichi uses the red as well. Just get there in there. So you can kind of see them, but it looks more dominant on this one, but that's okay. Like I say, once you start filling in with your information, I don't think it's going to be too bad. But I'm not sure if that's a mistake or not, but I don't know. That's me nitpicking. I'm just happy I've got a grid book that's B5 and 3 point whatever millimeter grid it is. I think it's 3.9 or 3.5, something like that. Yeah, so we then go to the calendars, which are from June 2025 to March, July. Yeah, so from June till July 2026, which sounds mental. And again, they're just a very basic grid with a spare space there. And then obviously you can use the boxes that don't have this month's on. So like you can cordon it off and use that for notes or whatever, which is usually what I do, or the month's sort of manifestations or seasonal traits. But yeah, this is a nice big calendar. So much bigger boxes, which I quite like for this. So that's July. Oh, and there's an example of a month that I'm gonna, yeah, it does lay flat, it just doesn't open flat the way Hobonichi does. Like you can turn literally to any page in Hobonichi and it just goes flat, especially when you start using it. But again, it's not a major issue, it's just you need to squish the binding down a little bit. So after the monthlies, we've then got, what are these? Oh, these are weeklies. Weeklies. They go from 4 a.m. to 4 a.m. And is it the same? So this is from the 6th of June, is it? July? Yeah, July, 1st of July. What am I thinking? So weeklies, I'm guessing all the way till July. Yeah, till July 26. Again, pretty much the same layout, but they look huge. Honestly, it looks so huge. Like this is this one, Hobonichi's version. And what I mean when I say it looks huge is the font looks quite big. Which it is, but it's not, you know, massively big. But it's fine, it's workable. But they're all the weeklies, that's a lot of weeklies. A lot of weeklies. Oh, and I've just realised the side goes down like it does in the Hobonichi. So you've got the mums there, so I can split them up, which is nice. So then after the weeklies, we've got another blank grid page, and then another one. Ah, that's the end of them then. So after the weeklies, it then goes into the blank notebook pages that are, yes, these are actually numbered, so they start at page 1 over here, and it's just blank note pages, 367 of them. And then there's no like guidelines or anything like that you get in the Hobonichi, which I quite like because for me there's quite a wasteful thing. So you've got a nice good chunk of note paper here, which is what I wanted, because for my workbook, let me try and get you, like May's probably a good month to show you. Obviously my workbook, I'd got like a cover page and then an inbox. I might try and incorporate an inbox somewhere actually. Because I'm just thinking. So that's an overview of stuff I could be doing. That's possibly an index page maybe. And then we've got the quarters. So I could kind of use these as the inbox basically, especially this side maybe. Could do. So we've got cover page and then inbox, and then calendar, which is what we've got here as well. And then on Faded Chronicle, you've then got this weekly sort of page that I split up into 2 weeks, and then some other bits and bobs. Which is what that will replace. And then after that it goes straight into note pages for a couple of pages and then repeats the pattern for a weekly thing. So I think my intention with this is I'll probably use this as an inbox of some sort. Not sure how yet. And then my weeklies. And then I will basically make some undated stickers. I'll make some dated stickers or something so I can put on the dates of when I'm writing in notes, and then I can sort of like put a margin in and use it more as like a commonplace book, but it'll be for my collection of research and references and bits and bobs that will relate to different things. Different projects. So yeah, I need to have a little think in how I want to set this up. I mean, I've got a few ideas as it is, and then I'll just keep going until I run out of paper or the year is out. So I think when I start using this, I won't use this as much or not at all, because I mean, this really starts from July, and I've got this set up until the end of June. Yeah, because I made the last page more things, and then I basically used half of the book. So I'll probably just use this as extra notebook stuff rather than using it as an intentional sort of monthly planner. But it seems such a shame because I just love how this just folds flat beautifully every time. It's small, it opens up into this square shape, which is quite pleasing. I really do love this, but I just, for a workbook, I needed more space because I need to be able to put quite big images of my work in progress, reference images, this, that and the other, and I couldn't really do this. I could write down like, oh, I'm working on this and that, doing go see page whatever in my Hobonichi or another notebook. So I just want it all in-house of the big sort of idea book, and planning and things as well is going to help. So I think from July onwards, my setup is going to look like a B5 for my workbook, A5 AVAC Hobonichi for general commonplacing that is not necessarily got anything to do with content, with that doesn't have anything to do with my project. So it's things that I just find and I like, or I want to sort of like deep dive into at a later date, and memory keeping, and sort of more my long formatted entries, sort of ramblings that I like to do. So that's what I'll be using that one for. Plus I've also introduced a little A6 that I need to backfill. And this is going to purely be like more like a little scrapbook of just quick daily musings. So like today I made baby pancakes and with these beautiful eggs, and just, oh, it was just delicious. So I'll write about that. I'll stick a picture in there and done very scrapbookily, so it won't be like paragraphs of text. I want this to be sort of quite sweet, so then I can literally just open the page looking back of, oh, that's what I did that day, or oh, that's what I ate that day, or whatever. I just want like a quick sort of like full book of just ephemera, but ephemera that is related to what I have done and what I have achieved, maybe even. But I don't really want to put any content creation or projects in here. I just want it to be everyday musings. So like I say, when I cook something, or when I go and see someone, or this, that and the other. So it's going to be more scrapbooky, sort of photo album-ish in here, and less writing. Whereas this one will have more writing and research bits and bobs for commonplacing. So that's going to be pretty much my setup for July going onwards until 2026. So we'll see how I feel more towards then, of if I want to change anything. So yeah, that is my little bits and bobs I got from Sterling Ink and my intentions for what I'm going to be doing with it. I will do another video of how I'm going to set this up for my workbook when I figure it out. I mean, I've kind of got images on my iPad of each layout, and I've been like toying with ideas, but I can't quite settle on what I want to do aside from the note pages. I know what I want to do with those. So yeah, let's get on with that. But as I said, the other two books are just for storage for now, which is why I don't want to take them out of the wrapper, she says, even though she's taking that one out of the wrapper. But yes, so let's have a little journal session, shall we? Well, not really a journal session, more just let's stick some stickers in. Yeah, so my February freebies are there, so that one can be tucked there and added to the list. But yes, I've added my little strap to the summer edition as well, because I quite like just having the layered effect of stuff on it. I just like feeling different textures. So like I've got a smooth leather there, canvas here, a little bit of sort of, it is some form of metal, but I don't know what, or enamel. So yeah, I like having little bits and bobs. So let's go to the calendar. Don't want to stick any of these beauties on here. Right, so I've got 2 of those. One of those. Don't think there's any room for the big ones. Actually, yes. Let's take this one down. So again, lovely, 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 lovely washi paper. I mean, the washi sticker paper that I use is actually thinner than this as well. This isn't exactly thick, it's much thinner than all the other stickers. No, I can't really put that there actually. Let's take that back. Let's stick it there for a second, I'll use it for something else. So they are a little bit thicker than my washi paper that I use. And will eventually be making sticker sheets out of, so they'll be coming soon. But mine doesn't have the clear glossy backing like this does. Mine's just like a paper backing. But that's irrelevant because you throw that bit away. But yeah, let's stick some stickers. Stop rambling, woman. Ramble, ramble. Or maybe you like me rambling. Let me know in the comments if you want to hear me just ramble and talk. I'm just like imagining that somebody's here and we're just chatting away. So yeah. I'm going to pop that over there, even though I've got writing there because I put it in the wrong place anyway. But yeah. I like that there. Yeah, let's have one of these nice little stickers here. Now, I always forget what these plants are called, but I love them. I think they're so beautiful. You can definitely tell I'm different to other journalists because, planning folk, because most people will be there with their tweezers and, you know, very carefully placing these things, whereas I'm like, oh, I like that one, there we go. A little bit of one of these stripy things. Let's do this 3rd one along. Oh, I've done that to Kelly. Yeah, I like that because even though you can't really tell what it is, it just adds those colours of the month, which are these deep greens and a hint of purple, which is very fitting. I like that. Let's stick another one on the other side as well. Oh, that's a thicker one, so they're different widths as well. Yeah, let's do the first one. have I got this on the right weeklies? I don't want to show you too much of my weeklies because I'll leave the weeklies for now. So let's go to my cover page. So let's go to the cover page and add some of these beauties. Now really, you can tell I was getting impatient waiting for the sterling ink because I really should have put that there and then these over the top. So yeah, oopsie, oopsie doopsie. If I go back to the calendar, yeah. There. And then over the top of this one as well. That just brings it alive, doesn't it? Which is nice. So I'm not going to use that one just yet. So that's a good test. The washi paper that I use for my stickers, you can peel back off the Hobonichi without it tearing as long as you're super careful. You don't go too crazy with it. I'm just going to put this one. Somewhat straight eventually. Yeah, like that. Yeah, I'm going to stick that one there. Ooh, I tore that one. So a bit of layering there. Now, I know Sterling Ink do like a subscription, like a monthly subscription to like their entire stickers sheets and things, and I am tempted by it. But my worry is that it's not going to come in time because obviously Sterling Ink's in the States, so I don't know if I should just try it and see if it does come. Because I mean, I think at the moment, if I wanted to join it, it'd be from August onwards. So I might give it a go and see if I sign up now, perhaps I'll get it in time for August way before. I don't know. I don't know until I try. But yeah. I want to use these stamps. somewhere. Yeah, a bit more layer in there. These designs, by the way, I printed them on my washi paper sticker, but they're by I think Hunted Pages or Ghost Pages, or I will leave on screen who it is because I love their designs, and I'll be using some in July as well. So yeah, let's stick this one somewhere. She does these ones as well. So she did like dark forest theme, which is like skeletons in a dark forest basically. Yeah. So yeah, that rather fills out the cover page quite nicely. And I do like the little shiny elements as well. The colour that I've got to match for this month, by the way, this dark greenish, is the Dough and Inktense Ion Green 1320, in case you want to try it yourself, because it does match very nicely. I've used it on these as well, and then gone over with this coloured Tombow 126, which is what I used in May because I didn't have a Tombow that matches that, and it's kind of okay, but not as good as just Ion on its own. Not as good as the ink test on its own. So yeah. I hope you enjoyed this. A little sneak preview of what's going on in my June pages and what I've got from Sterling Ink. But yeah, let me know in the comments below what you use the Common Planner for. Do you use it for academic purposes or work or everyday life? Do you like having the journal start from July rather than January? Because to me it sort of fits better. It just feels more comfortable. I don't know why. It just does. I think it's because I'm more seasonally orientated, so I like having my spring, summer and autumn and winter. And it seems to fit better, whereas January is sort of like literally the middle month of winter, so it's a bit, I get why they do it because it's January the 1st after New Year's. I get it, but I think the academic planner sits better because it's literally starts mainly, I know they go from July, but it's effectively from when school starts, which is autumn, so it just seems to fit better for me. You know, we'll see how we go. But yeah, thanks so much for watching. Bye for now.